Hello everyone, welcome to my studio. I am Lisa Fulford, your creative coach, and I am on day 9 of my 12 days of Christmas. And so I have an adorable take on a box that I did years ago, and it wasn't until I saw, I think maybe her name was Linda, and she showed it, and hers might have been a few years back too, but it came across on my YouTube, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that one. We did them for Valentine's Day, I don't know, probably 10 years ago. And so anyway, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, and I wanted to bring you all this cute box, and this is what it looks like. And it's an acetate box that we used to sell to package up gift of cards with your envelopes. So I think it would hold like 8 cards and envelopes, and then you could decorate the outside of it and give it as a gift. But we came up with ways to use those boxes for gift giving this way. And so it's a really cute box. It's got, I think, 8 of our Hershey Nuggets in here. And then we're using an ephemera pack, and I did use a stamp and then embossed it in gold so that it would match the paper. And then our ribbon is also, it has gold through it as well. So let's get started with this box. It goes together really quick. It's a lot of fun to make, and I hope that you will enjoy this video. So let's change this around. All right, so I have my board here because we're going to do some scoring, and we are using, where did I put it? Uh-oh. Oh, it's over here. I thought I'd misplaced it. All right, so we're using the Modern Christmas DSP. So I'll put this right there. And we're also, the ribbon that we're using is the mesh ribbon with the gold trim. Here are my pieces. They're in here. There we go. And this is the box that I was telling you about. And cards will fit down in it, and it's scored, and you pop it open to make it to where it's an actual box. But we're going to go ahead and cut it before I do make it stand up, because it'll make it harder to cut. So I want to put this corner here. So going across here from this edge to this edge is 6 inches. So I want to cut it in half. So I'm going to put the second score line on the 3-inch mark right here. And cut that, and you have to take it a couple times, make certain you get through all of it, and there you go. And you get 2 out of 1 box, and so those are, hope I have it pretty straight. Then there's this film on here we need to peel off, but I gotta find it. Here it is. So here's a little edge here, some film. Now we no longer sell these, but you can get them off of eBay, or not eBay, sorry. Oh, what is it? Amazon. Good gracious. Trying to find that paper. There we go. Get the plastic. And so it looks milky here, but then when we peel this off, like that, it's clear. And then this is for a second one. I'll put this off to the side and throw that away. And put this over here. And then we're going to use our paper. Now, if it's directional, you want it in portrait. And this piece is 4.5 by 5. Excuse me, I can't speak. So it's 4.5 by 5. And we want to score it at the bottom, because that's the part that you're going to see here. So if it's directional, say this is the Christmas trees like this, you want to score at the bottom because it's going to tuck that way, and this is going to be that top flap. And so by doing it that way, it'll be right side up, but whatever's on the back will be upside down, but it's on the back, so it won't matter. And then, but the thing is with mine, there's trees on the inside of mine, and on the one I've got here, they're upside down. So I'm going to make it where this is the top flap. I want my trees on the inside here to be facing up. So this is going to be the top. Here we're going to score it, and whenever you tuck it around, you can see the trees here. So mine is directional, but it's directional on the inside. So we're going to score on this end, and we're going to score on the 4.5 inch side at 3 and 3 5/8. So I'm going to turn it around. I want this to be the bottom. So wait a minute. Let me think about this. So 3. I have one ready here. Let me look. But it was a different size, because I did this one here. Let's see. Give me a moment here. Okay, so 3 and okay, so the part that I want to show on the inside, so you want to put it in, this being the top and this being the bottom, so that it will show. So we go in at 3. So this is the top. This is now I'm confusing myself. Let me think about this a minute. So this is my top. We're putting the bottom in. We're going to do 3 and then 3 and 5/8. So 1, 2, so just over the 1/2 inch mark like that. So yes. So whenever we close it, my trees will be right side up. And this is the bottom, but my top of the box. So this is the bottom of the cardstock. And then, but it's the top of the box. I hope I've explained that. So let me think. If I had a piece of this paper, and these are directional. So whenever I put it in here, I would want this part to be on my right hand side, and I would score it this way. Well, nope, sorry. I would score it at the 3 and the 3 5/8, so that whenever I tucked it under like this, my doves would be right side up. So you want the bottom to go in, and you want to go in with the bottom of your cardstock. Just a minute. I'm going to cut this down to size so that I can explain it the right way, because I am now confusing myself. Okay, so this one is 6 inches, so we're going to go with 4. We want it in portrait, so we want it at 5 inches and 4.5 inches. Okay. So these are directional. We want what's left to be, to look that way. So this is the top of the cardstock, and we're going to go in at 3 and 3 5/8. So the actual top of my pattern, we'll say it that way, the top of my pattern I want on the left. The bottom of my pattern I want on the right, so that whenever we fold this, so I'll use this for that other box, my doves are facing the right direction, but on the back they will be upside down. I keep looking at the camera and showing it that way. So these are upside down, but the front of the box will be right side up. So you want the top of your design to go in at 3 and 3 5/8, so that whenever it shows this bottom piece, it'll be right side up. But because mine is the patterns on the inside, see, this one here is just a plain pattern, it doesn't matter. But this one here has a pattern on the inside, and I don't want my trees upside down, so I made certain that this would face the right direction. I hope I'm explaining that well. If I'm not, contact me and I will explain it better. Okay, so that's correct. All right, so that one goes over here, and so does that. And we're going to move this out of the way. I made that a lot harder than it needed to be. I think because I was calling it the wrong thing, and so I started confusing even myself. So I'm really sorry about that. So we're going to open this up, and we're going to pinch on these other score lines to make it more like a box. Like that. And then we're going to take and fold these in. We're going to fold on these other score lines like that. Pop it back open. Put those little tabs inside. And then stick that down in there that way. Make certain those little tabs go back down in like that. So this will be the back of the box because of that seam. And it'll just lay like that. I'm going to get some glue dots. Excuse me. My allergies are driving me crazy. So on this large section, it's going to go inside the box. I put glue on the back of this one, and I do not like the way that that looks. See all that? It just doesn't look good to me. And this is an acetate box. And so that's why I had that on that Post-it note on the back. It tells me what day I'm working on, because I'm filming multiple videos today. That way I can have them ready to go. Go ahead and plan them ahead of time. Let's see. Put one here in the middle. Whoops. There we go. So we have 5 on the back, and I think that'll help hold it. I'm going to slip this down into this box like that. Oh, don't stick yet. So down into the bottom, and then we're going to flip it over and press those down. And I can put a link in the description for these boxes on Amazon. So this will come around like that, and that is how we will close the box. I think I'm going to put a little glue dot here because it wants the gap. I am sorry that I made that a little bit more difficult. Trying to explain it is sometimes hard, and then once I start explaining, I start confusing myself, and just need to not second guess myself so much on some of that. But I want to explain it the best that I can so that you can make one yourself, and it doesn't always work out for me. But hopefully you understand. So I'll put that up there for now, along with the tree and the greeting and the ribbon. Now we're going to work on the nuggets. Where did I put those? I had them right here. Yeah, I lose things all the time. All the time. I have gold ones. I have some silver ones here. I'm looking for the gold ones that I had, and it's just a small pack of them. Oh, here they are. I knew I had some. Now, these are from the fall, but I liked that they were that orangey gold, and I thought it went with that really well. So 4, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 of them. All right, so I have 8 different strips of paper here that we are going to use. Let's see, got one of them, and we got a polka dot one, and we have one of those trees, and I think the stars. And we'll just start wrapping these up, and I'm going to use, I think, glue. So the seams right here, I start working where I go away from that seam, just because I don't want to unroll my Hershey nugget. So you just wrap it around. A little bit of glue and pinch. I might need to use glue dots. Sometimes I use glue dots. Sometimes I use glue. But on a video, I think the glue dots would be quicker. So we will do that. So I've got a glue dot on each end. Here's the seam. I'm going to start with that seam and go with so that it doesn't come loose. There's 2. Grab the next one. Go with that seam. We'll wrap it around. The glue holds better, but the glue dots hold faster. So if you're making them for a gift of your own, use glue. And if you're doing a video, use the dots. You want what will be the quickest for you. There we go. There's that. Should have done some of these ahead of time so that we wouldn't have to be watching me do all of them. Just make it quick. Go ahead and put the glue dots on, that way I don't have to keep picking it up. There we go. And now we'll wrap all of these. I maybe put that one on the, no I didn't. All right, so stick it, wrap it, and put the next one down. Wrap that one. Wrap it. Oh, that is a soft one. I think it has caramel in the middle of it. I think it's a pumpkin flavored, maybe. But they turn out really pretty with that black DSP on the box. That makes it with the orange stand out. So we're going to take and add these to the box. So we're going to 1, and they're kind of loose in here, but that's okay. 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Now it's time for our ribbon. So they're a little bit loose in there, but it's just fine once you have it all tied together. They do like move around, but they don't fall out. I'll tie this around. I want my bow on the left side here, or right side here, sorry. I'm going to use my tweezers. Hold that. With this ribbon, it is kind of a slick mesh. It likes to slide around on me. Scissors. These are off Amazon as well. I love those. I love Stampin' Ups as well, but I have trouble with my thumb joints, and this one's so easy to do because it's a simpler motion. So there we go. Now I'm going to take and put my tree on it, and I'm pretty certain I put that on with dimensionals. There we go. Now I'm not going to put dimensionals at the top. So I'm going to come down here and look, and I want to go below here. That. And we do not want to put anything on the top of the tree, or else you won't be able to get your box open. So I'm going to bring this in here, bring it down to the bottom, set that down. Now this one here, we're going to take that pick tool, and these are that Greetings for You ephemera pack. I think you get 4 or 6 sheets of them, and they're like a cardstock. They're not they're like more like a chipboard cardstock. They're real thick, and so you don't want to bend these. I'm trying to get this backing off, so that's why I'm using my tool. All right, so the Season's Greetings, this end I want to be sticky, and on the other end I'm going to use mini glue dots. Should have done a little bit better on that one. Let's see if I can move it. I'm just adding them where the thickest part of the word is so they don't show. And this little booger, I'll trim some of that off because I think it's going to hang over. There we go. So just take all these backings off. Off my desk. And I'm going to flip this over and line my Season's Greetings up. Like that. And press it down so that the sticky that's on the back will stick to the tree, and then I popped it up with those little dimensionals. So there is our day 9 of our 12 days of Christmas, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And I'm so sorry for the confusion on which way to put it into the paper trimmer to score it, and so but I don't take that stuff out of my videos because I want everybody to know that even as a demonstrator, and I'm working on my 19th year, then you know, we get confused too. We sometimes mismeasure, sometimes we cut when we mean to score. So I mean, everybody's human, but there's ways to overcome that. So I like to show, even when I make mistakes, because that's who I am. So I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I really hope you enjoyed this video and you consider going back and looking at the other 8 that I have up on my YouTube channel. In the description below the video, there is a link to sign up for my newsletter, and then I will try to remember to link the boxes below, and I might even link the scissors down there as well. But once again, thanks for joining me, and until next time, happy stamping!